Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, night, whenever this finds you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscribes. Thank you for everything else. All right. I really appreciate you guys. Thank your spirit guides for guiding you here. Thank you to my spirit guides as well before we get started. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right. So, also, sorry, I just wanted to say this at the beginning. Also, if you guys are interested in personal readings, I have my contact information is down below in the description box. Okay, so let me know if you're interested. All right. So also, I got really strong. I was hearing all morning this morning. I've been hearing the Miley Cyrus song "Flowers." Okay, and I'm getting, as soon as I said that, I saw the Queen of Swords. So you might really have, because of some things that you've been through in the past, okay, I feel like you are really working on your boundaries, and you're really working on having very strong boundaries, but at the same time you're working on having like a softness to you, or you're working on not letting those boundaries keep those, experiences and those people that really should be in your life entering your life, right? So you're not letting your boundaries be based in fear necessarily, right? It's more just like, I love myself, I respect myself. So it's about bringing in those boundaries. It's about bringing in and allowing in those people who really make you feel like that, right? And those experiences that really make you feel like that. So here, no, okay, they want me to read my message first. So I was getting really strong that someone was trying to buy your love, but they failed miserably. They'll never underestimate you again. And I heard soul lessons, okay? So I feel like you definitely might have been dealing with a person in the past, or people in the past, or situations or experiences in the past that made you feel like people didn't exactly value the parts of you you really wanted people to value, is what I'm hearing, okay? So we'll get more into it, but there is this like fierce independence to you. I'm also getting like warrior energy, fierce energy. Okay, so it's kind of giving me a combination between, it's like the Queen of Swords standing there, and then behind, if you get through the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands is right behind her. Like, yeah, I'll let you in, but I'll take this fiery stick and I'll pow you too if I need to. Okay, if you get past my first defenses and you end up being not what I thought, you know, I'm gonna use the boom boom stick on you. Okay. And then I was also getting really strongly the angel numbers 1244 and 644. Okay. So I think somebody has been working very, very, very hard, okay, to grow towards emotional satisfaction, including in their relationships, not only with themselves and with their life and with their working environment and with their home and with their family and their children and all of that, but also in relationships too. So we have the toil and labor here on the back of the deck, and look at that, and the 10 of cups, as well as the behind that the main man, okay, main male, and behind the 10 of cups is the king of pentacles, not king of pentacles. Okay, maybe this person is an earth sign, but also a king of cups. So I think this person is ready to commit. Oh, so I'm hearing that for some of you have more than one person ready to commit. And I do feel like for some of you, there's this King of Cups energy here. And I've never noticed before that there is like a mermaid in the background here, right? And it gives me this kind of energy with this person holding like this telescope here, all right? It gives me this energy that this person, also this person could live on an island or could live near water. Like this person being on an island stood out really strongly to me, okay? But also, I feel like this person could be watching you from a distance, okay? And they feel kind of like this like siren call to you. This is what I'm getting out of this mermaid in the background back there. This kind of like siren call energy, like they're very interested in you. And I do feel like this person sees some kind of like long-term satisfaction with you, but they also see that there's a lot of changes that have to happen in their life. Or it's like, I have to cut this cord, or I have to cut and deal with what I was dealing with in the past, right? See how this person, like the sword is facing here, this opening door, which is, the truth, but this person is like facing this way, right? This door. So I'm getting moon energy off this too, right? So it's this kind of energy of like, I know that I'm supposed to be closing out, or it could even be the opposite. Like I'm having to cut out this door and kind of finally close it so I can open this door, you know? But it's like this person is getting a peek. That's what it's kind of giving me. It's giving me kind of like a peak energy. Like you're getting a peak of this person sees like a future, like, right? Ten of cups, 10 of pentacles. Calm down. This person definitely sees a future and they definitely see somebody worth investing in. 7 of pentacles in you. Okay. And the hermit. Wow. As well as the ace of wands. There's that boomstick. Okay. There's that ace of wands. There's that getting stuff done. Right. It's kind of like almost like this fiery explosion that this person feels. And it's really making them feel like, okay, it's really time to go within. So I feel like this person spent some time going within. This person might even do kind of like flame gazing or like fire scrying or how, whatever, you know, firemancy, whatever you want to call it, right? So this person might have even looked into the flames and saw, and then they just boom, and then they're just like, oh wow, this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm supposed to do this, and I'm supposed to do that, and I'm supposed to do this and this and that, and wow, that's amazing. There's that ace of wands. Like reach out and grab it, right? There's your inspiration to move forward. And I feel like this person, okay, yeah, I feel like you and this person are marrying that energy within each other, okay? Oh wow. So this is a person, either you or this person might have dealt with some kind of poverty in your childhood. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be about money. This could just be, you know, this could be a poverty or something. And there's some kind of energy here of like, I didn't get to have a proper childhood because of this poverty. Maybe it was literally finances. Like, okay, no, like you can't get your education or you can't do that. You got to go work. You got to go do this. You got to, you know, it's like, oh, you have to have this mindset. It's like, I had to grow up way too fast. So it's like this toil and labor. Like it's kind of like getting out of lack mindsets or getting out of that kind of like mindset of like, oh, I have to work really hard to earn everything. The universe demands that I work hard to earn privilege, to earn a loved one, to earn being able to do this. And it's kind of like this more of energy of like, actually the universe really, you know, that's work smarter, not harder kind of energy. Yeah, despair. It left you and this person, or, you know, whoever, let it resonate as it does. It left this person in despair, right? It left this person feeling unworthy. It left this person saying like, oh, I can't be an empress. I can't be an emperor. I can't be a divine one. I can't be on my true path because I'm walking this path of poverty, or because, you know, oh, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. So I, you know, I must not really deserve it, or I must not be really loved by the universe. And this has been some really hard labor here. This person has been, and I feel like that's that door with that death card. This is that door that person is working really hard to close and leave behind. Wow. Yeah. Wealthy man, right? So this person is trying really hard. And again, right? 13 is the number of the death card, right? So it's like, I'm trying really hard to close out this past cycle and start anew, which is becoming this wealthy person. And this does, and like I said, again, this does with the 10 of Pentacles there, but it's the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So it's about having not only material satisfaction and material stability, but also ultimate emotional satisfaction as well. But saying, you know, a kind of energy of like, we all live in the real world, right? We all know that, you know, that money is a necessity for life, you know, for life. And that though money can't buy you happiness, it can buy you a quality of life, and it can buy you time to really have the mental capacity, right, to really pursue things that bring you that 10 of cups energy, right? So we're not gonna play and act like money doesn't, you know, have a role to play, right? Because you definitely, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, if you're doing that, you know what it's like to struggle. It is kind of harder to find that energy. You know, you can still do it, you know, but to find the 10 of cups, you know, but there is this energy of, you know, it's something. Money, I'm not gonna say money is absolutely necessary, you know, but we need it to survive, right? Or we need some kind of barter system or something, right? We have to earn our keep kind of energy. It's like, oh, you're getting a place to stay, or yeah, I gotta exchange energy for that, right? Yeah. And I really feel like this thought process of Earning my keep is supposed to be a hard thing. Like the universe sometimes does ask you to do hard things to have big results, right? But then sometimes it's kind of like learning the difference. It's like, oh, so I thought spirit was really asking me to sacrifice this and that. Like I thought spirit was telling me, oh, well, you have to sacrifice your dreams, or you have to sacrifice your wants, to actually earn a living, or to actually do the thing. Just example, it's like I have a dream that I want to do this, but I got to pay bills and I want to live a certain type of lifestyle. And I don't truly believe in my heart of heart. I don't really believe that I can earn that type of lifestyle doing that thing, even though it's my dream. So I'll sacrifice that dream because I got bills to pay. I got family. I got stuff to do, because that's what you're actually supposed to do. That's what the universe is asking me to do. Gain stability by sacrificing your dreams or sacrificing your hopes and wishes, and when it's not really that, what spirit is asking you to sacrifice, to let go of, right, is the thought that following your dreams won't pay your bills, that being in that relationship and being with that person that you truly love won't end in a good way, right? That's the hard choice spirit is asking you. Spirit is asking you to challenge those old paradigms, to challenge some things that you were taught, to challenge the poverty mindset, the limiting beliefs that you were taught, right? That's what spirit is asking you. Spirit's asking you to sacrifice this despair, not your happiness. And I feel like that is what this person, whoever this is, right? Whoever this reading is about, that is what this person is learning, right? And exactly, right? This false person energy. There's been a lot of energy here of spirit shifting from talking about false people that surround us, right? And talking more about the fault, like how false people surround us reflects our own authenticity, right? We are surrounded by people who are wearing masks because we are also wearing a mask, right? We are also wearing that mask. We're bringing it back to the self and taking accountability for our own choices and our own actions. People around us aren't authentic because somewhere deep inside we know we're not being authentic, and I don't think that makes you a bad person. That doesn't make you evil or bad, or anything like that. But it does mean that you are not living your authentic self. You are not truly following what your soul really wants you to be doing, and there is this energy here, okay, with this distance horizon and this thief energy. There is this energy here of getting away from this that's leeching your energy, that's taking away from you. This despair and this thought process is actually taking much more energy than it deserves to, or that it needs to, right? You're feeling exhausted, you're feeling weighed down because you're constantly still battling every day against this energy right here, against this thought process. And it's taking more energy than it deserves. You're constantly feeling low in energy because you are not living your authentic life, because you are not living your authenticity, right? And spirit is encouraging you, or encouraging this person, okay? Exactly. A message with that 7 energy of evolution is, hey, this is, put a distance between yourself and this, because it's stealing. It's stealing so much of your joy and your light and your energy. And yes, for some of you, this is about your occupation. This is about stepping into a specific career, or how you spend the majority of your time, or your life, or your thought process. Wow. Main male and energy, main male energy and marriage coming out, right? And that was the energy that was coming out when I was looking at this 10 of Cups. It was calling. Okay, well, I drew it, so of course of course it is. It's the moon. I said there was that moon energy there, right? Like that being hidden. 8 of Pentacles and the Judgment. So this Judgment energy is being hid, right? You're continuously working and working and working and brewing and making and making and making and doing, but there is some kind of judgment energy here that's being hidden. Like, hey, this isn't for you. Hey, this is actually draining your energy, but it's hidden by this moon. It's hidden by these feelings, how I was taught to view the world, how I was taught to think about energy, how I was taught to feel about relationships and act in relationships, how I was taught to feel about my dreams, how I was taught to you know, how this world has made me feel about my relationship with money and career and dreams and possibilities, and how you're actually supposed to live a responsible life. The world card, Spirit is asking you, right, to draw something different, because the truth is, this is not your real reality, right? This lack mindset is not your real reality. Six of Cups, Spirit is asking you to go back to that place, right? And kind of unlearn what you learned, Queen of Pentacles, and learn how to build on a new foundation, right? It's that tower energy of breaking down what doesn't serve you in the past, because Nine of Swords, right? And you're feeling anxious, and you're feeling worried, and you're feeling these fear-based energies, right? Of doubt and fear and anxiety, because you're worried that will you truly, because maybe perhaps when you tried to live in your authenticity in the past, you were rejected, or you were turned away from, or you were told that's silly. You know, that's a silly dream. That's a stupid dream. You can't ever do that. You won't ever be smart enough. You're not whatever enough to actually fulfill that. Why do you think, oh, you want to be an actor? Why do you think you could ever do that? Oh, you want to do that? Why do you think you could never make enough money to support yourself out of that? You better find something else, because you're never going to make it. That kind of energy, right? And it's about how that kind of fear and doubt becomes that inner monologue in our head telling us, fear, doubt, you can't make it. You got to grow up. You got to give this over, because you got to become this wealthy man. You know, you got to become this rich person. You got to, you know, when Spirit is telling you, for some of you, it really is about becoming like this, becoming rich in emotional maturity and emotional fulfillment, right? It's about when you enrich yourself, when you enrich your soul, when you enrich your mind, the exterior will reflect the interior. When you're working on your inside, the outside eventually will start to reflect it, because how you move through the world, how you interact, how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your home, the people that you choose to surround yourself with, and the places that you choose to be in, and the energies that you choose to work with will change when you change how you think about and feel about yourself and your relationship to those things, right? King of Wands. Right? It's about jumping up and being like, you know what? It's time to explore that world. It's time to get out there. It's time to feel something differently, right? Ooh, it's already so hot this morning. Eight of Wands. Yeah, and it might feel a little overwhelming, right? It might feel kind of overwhelming. It might feel like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do all at once, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. Spirit is saying break it down into bite-sized pieces, right? Just because you get the download, say, or you get you get an answered prayer in the form of, you get a job, but maybe that job is, across the country, or it's, you just have to move, and you're like, oh, I've never left where I live, and I lived here, and my parents, my parents are getting older, and they need me to they'll need me in the next 10-15 years to start taking care of them, and what about my kids, or what about this, or maybe it's, the opposite, and you're older, or maybe you're younger, whatever the situation is, and there's like, oh, and I'd have to sell my house, and I'd have to pack everything up, and I'd have to book a flight, and I'd have to look out there, and I'd have to buy a new house, and I'd have to, find that new place, and I'd have to find my support system out there, and I'm moving away, and I've never done this, and I've never experienced that. Those are all choices, and you can choose to say, you know what, never mind, I'll just stay here. Or, maybe it's even scarier in a position where you don't even have a job, or you don't have anything out there, but Spirit is asking you to move to a specific place, or asking you just to get out of the place where you are, or asking you to leave maybe they're not asking you to physically move, maybe they're asking you to move in your career or something like that, right? And it's like, oh, but I've been here for so long, or, but I'd have to bust out my CV, and then I got to update it, and it's just such a hassle, and then I have to go a couple of weeks, then I have to go a couple of weeks to work in 2 jobs, or then I have to go a couple of weeks without a paycheck, until my new pay schedule kicks in, and that's really scary thinking about doing that, like, ooh. But there's this kind of energy of Spirit saying, like, you're being asked to answer the call with that judgment energy there, right? You're being asked, and your emotions are keeping you from really, Eight of Pentacles, working on this. Two of Swords, yeah. It's keeping you blind to the fact that, you're going to hit right on target. Your fears and is making you feel like, oh, I can't do this. But you see how this person is blinded? They can't see what they're really doing. But look, that cat, look how that cat is like looking back at that bird. And they're looking back at that person like, this is how you do it. A little to the left, a little more up. Yeah, trust us, trust us. We're going to guide you through this. Bullseye, right? And like, look at how that cat's looking back at that person like, dang, you were blindfolded and you hit it on bullseye. Come on now. But yet, even though you did that and you've done that in the past, you think, can I do that with this? You know, oh, it's fine to make like little, like, you know, like little predictions or little things, you know, but can I do it with that? King of Wands? Yes, you can. It's the devil, right? Look at that devil trying to show itself. That's those fears. That's that anxiety. But Spirit is asking you to step into that Wands energy of being like, you know what? I can do this. I will conquer this. I will do this. I do have the energy. I do have the might. I do have the strength. I do have the wisdom. Exactly. Four of Wands. And this place that you're being asked to step into is, oh, it's going to feel so good. The Magician. You have been manifesting an opportunity here. You've been asking, you've been praying, and here the opportunity is set with you. And now you're like, oh, wait. Oh, wait. I actually have to do the work. But Spirit is saying 5 of Cups fell on the floor down there. 5 of Cups. You know? Let go of that 5 of Cups. Let go of that sadness of the past. Let go of that. But what about that time it didn't work? And what about those people that didn't believe in me? And what about that? You know, let go of that. Let go of that and move on. Exactly. Right? 4 of Swords. Find peace. All right? Find peace in the fact that, Emperor, you've done this before. You know? Find peace in stepping forward and stepping into that masculine energy and you know, working your way through it, taking action, making plans and taking action based on those plans. 9 of Cups. Yeah, be fun with it. Have fun with it. It's an adventure. That's what I just heard Spirit say. It's an adventure. You're so worried about all of the of like all of the logical things, and it's like those logical things of everything I'm going to have to give up to have this is making you, again, like that 5 of Cups, turn your back on 2 of Cups. This thing that is really like is supposed to be in your life. You have this agreement here with Spirit. You told Spirit, this is the life I want. Spirit said, okay, well, this is what you're going to have to do. And then you're like, oh, I don't know, which is understandable, but you're like, wait, I'm really gonna have to give up that and give up this and do this, and ooh, I don't know, that's really scary. And Spirit says, hey, you know, you're like, but what about this, Spirit? And what about that, Spirit? And what about that, Spirit? And it's like, yeah, but to turn around, 2 of Cups, what about how I'm literally letting you know that all of your dreams, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, is waiting, and all it's asking you to do is take that leap of faith and believe in me. Believe when I tell you. Believe in yourself when you listen to your intuition and your gut is telling you, leave that job, leave that place, start that business, do that thing, get in that relationship, or leave that relationship. You're like, oh, but what about all these 3D things that I'm going to have to give up? And Spirit says, can you work on changing your mindset, poverty mindset, to a wealth mindset of, but look at all the things I'll be gaining. Yes, I will have to sacrifice this and this and this, but I will get this. Make a pros and cons list, you know? And it can be hard to make a pros and cons list when the pros list, okay, can seem much smaller because there are a lot of pros that are in the unknown, right? It's like, yeah, you tell me that I'll meet somebody. You tell me that my business will be successful. You tell me, but I don't know that, you know, but you're asking me to shoot in the dark here. And Spirit's like, yeah, take a shot. Fuck around and find out. Right? Because in this contract here that you have with Spirit, marriage, right? Yeah. You're going to have to find the strength inside of you to overcome this but fear mentality, right? It leaves you stuck in lack. And this but and not taking a risk leaves you stuck in despair because you're already despairing about the place that you are now, right? And it's like, I don't like where I work, or I don't like my coworkers, or I'm not happy with my life, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or I'm doing this, or, you know, I'm too close to family, I'm too far away from family, I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm not meeting the right people here, I'm not getting the right clients here, my business isn't flourishing here. Okay, well, move somewhere else, do something else, try something else. Ooh, that's a lot. Can't you just make it work here where I am now? Can't you just make it, like, what do you want me to do? You want me to come in and like fire all your coworkers and fire your boss and then bring somebody new in. No, because those people have contracts to do things. Take your life and your manners into your own hands, right? If you're unhappy in your situation, you can't say, Spirit, can I just stand here where I am and you change everything around me? That's asking a lot, because that's asking Spirit to impede on a lot of other people's wants and dreams and desires and prayers and their soul contracts, you know? So Spirit said, no, the best and most efficient use of energy is you change. You change. You take yourself out of a situation that you don't like and trust and have faith that I will lead you into a situation that you will like. But it's these fears and these doubts that keep you trapped. You're like, can I just not do that? And Spirit said, if you want this new life, you're going to have to stand up and claim it. You're going to have to work for it. And you're going to have to stand up and claim it. And look. See how this person, there's that tornado in the background that was in this eight of wands that I was talking about. How I'm like, oh, I understand. You're like, but what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And what about that? Look how when you tap into your strength energy, you leave all of that chaos and confusion behind. And here you are, here walking forward, just being like, boop, anyway. Right? This person right here is like, oh, I'm struggling. I'm spending so much energy trying to control this. But when you choose to walk away, it's in your past and it's minimized. Like, oh, wow. Right? You're the one keeping yourself here so close to the storm where it's so strong. Right? You don't think that the winds and the strength of this tornado, of this chaos is so much stronger when the person is right here versus when they walk away, versus when it's a mile down the road? Look at the energy difference in that. Really honestly think about how much energy this person's having to use to stand up and fight, and they're spinning all these 8 wands over and over and over, spinning. It's getting just sucked up in this tornado. You're like, Spirit's like, you're spending too much of your energy trying to stand right here because there's a tornado. Why are you spending so much of your energy trying to stay where there's danger, trying to stay where there's chaos, trying to stay in a place that you don't like? No. I'm going to go buy this and I'm going to go batten down the hatches and I'm going to just spend every single little bit of my energy to just stand right here. Why? When you can conserve your energy and walk away from it. You need to ask yourself, what's got you thinking you have to stay right here, right next to this tornado? It's not God. God's not asking you to stay that close to that. Right? There's some kind of energy here of you will actually find your strength that you need, right? Because look, it's almost, it's almost the same. They're wearing different things, but look, she's got that black cat with her and she's still there. And Spirit comes in and tells her, honey, walk away and leave it at peace. Go into your peaceful place. Find your peace. Go inside, find your peace, find your strength, step into your masculine energy and say, wait a tick. It doesn't make any sense for me to be standing here doing this. I know better than this. I'm stronger than this. I'm wiser than this. It doesn't make any sense to spend, wait a minute, right? This is that masculine energy of like, let me look over the bills. Wait a minute, what's this expenditure right here? It looks like we're spending over half of our energy trying to stay in a place that we don't like, staying around people that we don't like, doing something that we hate doing. Why are we doing that? It looks like we would have enough energy to step up and lead, and we'd have enough energy to step up and do that career and start that workout plan and do that if we weren't spending so much energy to freaking stay right here. Why? You're fighting against the natural energy and the natural order of what's supposed to be happening in your life. And that's why you feel so tired. That's why you feel so exhausted. You're trying so hard to hold up something that it's just like, get away from it. Right? Because that tornado is something natural. It's naturally occurring, right? It's supposed to be happening. And no matter how much you stand there and spin your wand and spin your wand and spin your wand and spin your wand, it's still going to keep going. Because look, after this person has walked away, it's still going back there in the background. But it's not taking that person's energy. And it's so much easier once you walk away from it to get a clear vision of, oh, it's like walking away from a toxic relationship, right? When you're actually out of it, it's so much easier to look back and say, damn, what, red flag here and red flag there and red flag here and red flag there and doing this and that and that. And what was I doing? Why was I doing that? Why was I compromising myself? What in the heck? Why was I making these decisions? That made no sense. But of course, hindsight, is in retrospect, it's easier to look back. But exactly, Spirit saying walk away because it's so much easier to see it when you disengage and walk away. Some of you are really being asked to lean into Christ consciousness right now too, with that lion right there, finding that inner strength. Something really significant here about the palm of your hand. I really, what energy? Is it? I think it's your left hand because it is her left hand that he's licking. So I wonder if it is your left, because I know one or the other. Like one hand is tied to feminine energy, one hand is tied to masculine energy. I think it is your left, but I'm not sure. Hold on, let me research for just a second. I'll come right back. So yes, I was right. The left hand does represent your masculinity, but also when I was researching this, I saw it come up with like magical or occult practitioners when they break down the left hand path and the right hand path. So traditionally, left hand path means that you choose to go down like a dark or shadow path. However, like more recent and more modern, is like it's less about like good and evil and more about stepping into masculine or feminine energy. It's more about stepping into more self-oriented energy, or more I'm working very, very strongly and being led completely by the divine. And so and with this lion licking that hand, there could be this energy of divine energy stepping in to help you to heal these wounds in your masculine energy, to heal these wounds around I have to do it by myself, I have to be all by my own, I'm my own God, I'm my own maker. Left hand path practitioners descend towards union with the divine to obtain godhood status with godhood powers of their own, having reunited with the ultimate divine source energy. Then once there, taking one more step, separating from that divinity out of this creation into a new creation of their own making, right? With themselves as the sole divinity of the new universe apart from the previous creation. So it is about stepping in, right? Wow. Okay. It is about stepping into that masculine energy, right? And deciding, you know what? I'm going to create this new world. I'm going to reunite with the divine. And then the divine is going to give me the energy, to step into my true masculine, divine masculine energy, right? And go down that path of creating that new world for myself, creating that energy for myself, and about how, it could be specifically Christ consciousness, or it could be just the divine energy here, okay? Helping you to find your strength and heal that energy of, no, that is toxic masculine energy. No, I have to stay here. No, I have to keep fighting. No, I can't let go. No, I can't move on. No, I have to stay here. No, you don't. You can release, you can let go, you can step back and give it to the divine, and then once you step back into your feminine energy, give it to the divine, you can step into your masculine energy and create something new once you've given that up. Oh, look, and what's on the back of the deck? I didn't even see this. High Priestess, right? So this is about balancing out your own internal light and shadow attributes. This is about healing your shadow masculine energy. This is about letting go of control and understanding that the divine's got your back, right? What's under that? Yeah, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yes, that's that. I have fear. I have judgments. I don't think I know better. I know better than the divine, or I know better than anyone else, and it leaves you Five of Pentacles lost and left out in the cold, having to give up so much more energy than you really need to. Spirit always, life always, spirit always wants you to take the path of least resistance. They want you to take the path of the natural flow, and you're living in your authenticity and following the natural flow is going to be the path of least resistance. Everything else in the universe does it. It's the law of conservation of energy, right? Ace of Wands, right? And when you stop burning up those Ace of Wands, you realize I can step back, and all it would take was one wand to kind of just shoot and get rid of that chaos. And boom, There's that idea. There's that you going inside and being like, ah, there it is. There it is. Justice. There's my justice. There's my freedom. There's my justice. There's my understanding. I just need to stop. You know, it's this kind of, this kind of like, inverted, or this like shadow masculine energy of, I have to keep fighting. I have to stay here. I have to just keep fighting and keep, scraping by because life is suffering. That kind of energy. And this is a karmic lesson here that Spirit is asking you to learn. King of Swords. You know, there is something here about stepping out of this like logical brain mind thinking. Logical brain mind thinking. Okay. Anyway, and oh, Empress. There's something here about being in this energy of creation. There is also an energy here of the fact that maybe perhaps you overly rely on your feminine energy because you're so comfortable in your feminine energy. Because I was looking at this little cat with its belly up, and I'm like, cats only do that when they feel really comfortable in the place where they are now. And maybe that spirit is saying that's what the problem was, is you got so comfortable in the despair. You got so comfortable in thinking the way that you did, right? Because when we tell our mind, okay, you know how we've been thinking this whole time? Yeah. Okay, well, we just need to scrap that. And it's like, whoa, that takes a lot of energy. Like, I've always been thinking this way, and that's my neural pathways. That's how my thought process. It's so quick, I don't even have to think about it. It just happens. It's gonna take a lot of energy to change the way that I think. Yeah. And I'm also hearing that saying, like, you can't heal in the same place that you were hurt. So it's this kind of energy of, you're going to have to mentally change your landscape. You're going, or for some of you, even physically change your landscape that you are in, right? That's going to help you, but also mostly internally, you are going to have to leave the place that you were. You are not going to be able to think and move and act the same that you did when you were hurt and be in a healed place. You're just not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to think, but there's this kind of energy of, you've been trying and spending way too much energy here, but you're going to find the healing that you need with that star card energy there. As above, so below, as within, as without. As within, so without. Yeah, look at that. Finding that peace. Finding that understanding. And look who pops up when I start talking about that. There's that King of Pentacles. Right? But that is available on the other side of working through this confusion, of working through this chaos, of stepping back and giving this chaos some room, giving yourself some room to breathe, creating and holding space for yourself to not feel so chaotic, right? Tower. There it is. There's that tower energy I kept talking about. That's when that tower is going to fall. Get out of that tower and Spirit can drop it. Step back away from that tornado. Step back so Spirit can break this down. Find some peace, find some harmony, find some balance in yourself. Right? Really devote yourself to a new school of thought and changing your thought process. Right? That's what's going to bring in that new energy. That's when you're going to be like, oh, wow, I could actually keep this Ace of Wands. I don't just have to keep burning and burning and burning and burning through them to stay where I am. No, you don't. It doesn't have to be a 10 of Wands. I don't have to keep fighting to be here. No, you don't. Yeah. 10 of Wands came right back out. And you know how you do that? There it is. There it is. Queen of Swords. So be mindful. Remember how I said there was that Queen of Wands standing behind that Queen of Swords, but the Queen of Wands came out in reverse, right? So be mindful of the fact that this barrier could actually be keeping you stuck in this place. It is important to have healthy barriers and healthy boundaries, but For some of you, there's some boundary in your mind. There's some boundary inside of yourself. There's some philosophy, some paradigm, some thought process about yourself or about life that's kind of keeping you bound and stuck to this place. It's devil energy, right? It's keeping you stuck in this place that keeps just taking all your energy and keeping you in chaos. And this is something within you, right? And I heard a quest for the truth. A quest for the truth. Oof. The star, I was hearing Aquarius energy, the sun and the Empress. Ooh, wee, what beautiful energy. You are going to get a download very soon that is going to really help you with this mind thought process here. I feel like you're also going to get exterior help as well as divine help, as well as the divine's going to be sending you help in multiple different types of ways. Be open. Keep an open mind to the ways that spirit's love can show up in your life, okay? Because it's going to bring you some illumination that's really going to, with this Empress card, it's going to impregnate you with this idea, with this mind, like, okay, I really have to do this. I have to go here. I have to do that. This is my life purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, or this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my next step. I need to work towards this. And I'm being so caught up in the fact that there's like this big, this wind blowing all through this Empress, and it's, you know, it's kind of like a change in direction. Does the Emperor have both too? He does. Okay. Yeah, because I was also noticing in all of these cards, right? All of the queens have cats. All of the kings have dogs sitting beside them. But in the Emperor and the Empress, they both have both, right? So this is about finding that balance in your internal feminine and masculine energy, right? Three of Wands. This is about this is seriously, Spirit is really encouraging you to put distance in between yourself and this, and to stop allowing the fear of the unknown or the fear of traveling that distance to stop you, because it's going to bring peace to you. You know, Spirit, yeah, because it's the devil. It's the devil that you're trying so hard to keep yourself. It's the devil that's trying so hard to keep you chained and bound to this place, right? It's like, oh, look, they're so worried about talking to that devil and about all these temptations the devil's talking about that they don't even see. Look at that mountain about to explode in the background. So I was like, nah, you should live here. You should stay here. You should settle down here. You should choose this because look at all this money. You should choose that because it really satisfies, you know, your gut or your thought process. I want something sweet right now, but what? Should we settle down this place? Look, that mountain, that volcano looks like it's about to explode in the background. You know, this doesn't seem like a very safe place to actually settle down. There are tornadoes and volcanoes and all kind of stuff. You know, is this the smartest thing to do? I don't think so. Exactly. So that's why Spirit says you are going to be offered an opportunity to cut those ties and to do what you need to do. So do what you need to do. Ooh. Because Ten of Pentacles. And again, notice how there's both the cat and the dog here in the scenario here at these people's feet. Stability, long-term stability in both masculine and feminine energy within you. I don't know why, but this could be a confirmation for some of you. I'm getting really strong, like this message of 3 kids. If you are wanting to, if you and your partner, or if you are wanting to have kids, there could be some kind of confirmation here around having 3 children. And also there is a strong energy here of moving, because this house, there's something about this house that like looks different. It feels different than what you're used to now. Maybe even a change in location. because this is kind of like a Tudor style house here. It could even be like a change of country or a change of, yeah, it could be a big change. A change of climate, a change of country, a change of, like, spirit could really be asking you to really make a really big shift and a really big change. You know, and it doesn't have to happen all at once, spirit is saying, right? Take it little by little, take it in chunks. But Wheel of Fortune, this is part of your destiny. And, you know, Ace of Pentacles, you're being given this offer, this opportunity here. Keep in your mind's eye that Ten of Cups, look at that. Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups still came out for you. It's so destined. It's so destined. Two of Cups. You just need to walk and go into this partnership with spirit. All right, lovelies. That was so beautiful. I loved that. Thank you so much for being here with me today, okay? I'm very proud of you for all of the work and for all of the hard work and dedication that you're putting into this, okay? You got this. You can do this. I believe in you. I trust in you. I have faith in you, and so does spirit, right? Like, it's here in your destiny, you know? Like, it's happening, right? But your destiny does require you to make the choices that spirit asked you to make, that you're asking yourself to make, right? And it's just the, you know, the choices in the end, they might require a lot, but it is to choose your happiness, right? To choose and to walk in your true authenticity. There is this energy here of finding your true home, of finding, you know, friends, family, occupation, a place that feels like the right place. The person that feels like the right person for you to become, for you to be. Also, I want to say that you might be invited to a gathering or a party, or something could be happening soon within the next 2 weeks or so. 2 weeks to 2 months is what I'm hearing. Something along those lines, you know, something like that. That you're going to meet somebody very significant at that place, at that party. There's some kind of energy here. There could be some kind of like soulmate contract or something going in, because there's some kind of energy here of like honoring a vow is what I heard. Honoring a vow. So let that resonate as it does for you. Okay? So, excuse me, for some of you, it's closing out a contract. Closing out a contract, honoring a vow, having that conversation, or having that conversations that end things or lets you release things, or, you know, starts new things. There's something along the lines of that. Okay? So don't be scared. It's, you know, it's meant to happen, and it's going to be so much more healing and releasing than your fears and your anxieties are telling you. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. I hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful time, okay? And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? So I hope that this gave the love, light, and clarity that you were looking for. All right. Thank you so much for being here. If you like the content, give it a like. If this resonated for you, let me know in the comment section down below. All right. Thank you to your spirit guides again for guiding you here. Thank you to my spirit guides for guiding me through this message and helping me deliver, as well as keeping me safe while I did so. If you guys are interested in a reading, like I said before, let me know. A personal reading, let me know. That information is down below. Okay. Please check out some of my other videos. And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? I hope that you have a wonderful day, night, whatever time that this finds you, okay? And that I hope that you are making those choices that you need to make yourself truly happy, okay? Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!